All right, y'all. Let us pray and hope that this channel loves us on this here Monday. And I ain't even gonna play no games. We just gonna get this journal open and get started. Disclaimer. This channel can go out on us at any time until I get the things that we need for the channel. In the event that it does, we may migrate on over to Instagram. And if we have to do so, I will then save the video for 0.23 seconds and then upload it on Facebook. But we're going to hope that we don't have to do that on this good here day. How is everybody doing today? If this is your first time joining, hey, we are going to do a Monday motivation page in our in our journals that gets us prepared for the rest of the week. If you had a not so good start to your Monday by coming here, by the end of the video, your Monday should be turning around, hopefully. All right, y'all, so we're going to use a little bit of black paper in the journal today. This is cardstock. It comes in a pack like this for $4.99. I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby some time ago during my January spend. This is a paper puncher. It adds a little decor around the edges. And there is no backing on the back side, so you do have to move that stuff around. And we are going to hopefully glue this in, and if not, we will wash it in if I don't see my tape runner. And it appears like I don't see my tape runner. So there's no fret to that. We will just use some washi. All right. Hey, everybody popping in. All right, and so as y'all know, we're going to find a quote of the week. So if you have a quote that you would like to see, go ahead and add it in the comment section. As we always say, somebody could benefit from the quote that you post. Everybody is on a different journey. So everybody may have something different to say. Hey, Southern Tea Time. Hey, everybody else that came in. All right, so since I did not have my my tape runner, which I had it earlier today, I'm going to take this in. So if you have paper, extra cardstock laying around, grab it. And you can use that in your journal this week. We're going to start shopping our stash and using what we have so we can make room for more stuff. I have a couple of more days left. Well, not way more than a couple more days. I know January, I get to January. Lord, get your months together. In April, I'll get to buy some new things. But oddly enough, I don't have a lot of things that I want to buy per se. Because I kind of want to continue paying off debt. So my mindset has changed a little bit, but I do have a list of stickers that I do want. So that is that. Okay, again, I am just putting a little bit of washi down. And we're going to find a quote that we feel like speaks to us. But I'm going to go inside of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. I'm going to put that. A quote from out of there, and if I see some more that y'all posting here, of course, I'll put those down. All right, so we have that. And with this black paper, I'm gonna obviously need a pen that's gonna show up, and that right there is not gonna work for me. So I'll probably be using a Sakura or a Pentel. All right, so I'm gonna put that down because that was slightly lifting. And I didn't like that. And what I may do once I find my tape runner, I'll go underneath the washi and the tape runner and run it underneath the washi so it sticks a little bit more. Now, of course, you can always take a little bit of a highlighter, add some extra elements to your page if you want to. Remember your Monday motivation page, you kind of want it to be a little bit lively, something that if you need to refer back to it, you will see it. And this is going to be for the week of the 11th through the 17th. So I started for Monday and I carry it all over to Sunday. All right, and then I think over here I'm going to actually write whatever quote I to. And so this is the book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. What I did last week was I kind of just flipped through. Praise and blame are all the same. And then I just, whatever seemed like it applied, then I would write it down. This says, learn to live in the present moment. This is actually a good one that I may consider. Let's see. That was cute. Life is a test. It's only a test. Now, this is cool. Think of your problems as potential teachers. And let me see. I'm going to flip one more time. Maybe two more. So, this is a good one, y'all. Relax. Sometimes I don't know how to do that at all. Nurture a plant. I like that. Okay, so let's roll with nurture a plant. All right. So I want to do the quote of the day to nurture a plant. For me, I feel like I've already planted seeds for a couple of years and they are starting to sprout. So now that things are starting to sprout, I need to make sure that I'm nurturing them and I'm not allowing them to die and I'm not allowing any weeds to come inside. So I like this one for sure. All right. So all I'm doing now is just creating some things that look like plants here and there. And then I'll add little leaves and stuff on there. And I'll finish doing that because I know right now that y'all like, they don't look like nobody plant. Hey, Renee, what is that? But I'll go in and add on that. So we need something that is bold. Because whatever you're going to motivate yourself with, make sure that it's sticking off of the page so that you see it. So nurture a plant. And instead of me putting nurture a plant, I'm going to put nurture your plant. All right, so that's going to be my motivational quote for the week. What did I just do with this? Hold on, y'all, because I don't know if y'all put a comment. I don't know what I just did. I hit something on this keyboard. Okay. So, nurture your plant, and then I'm going to, of course, write it to myself. So, I'm going to put Dear A. Renee somewhere on here. And matter of fact, I'm going to do my name. My actual government name. Not the whole name, but my government name. So, I'm going to put Dear Adrian. All right, so again, this is to myself. Now, like I said, I've already planted the seeds for a lot of things that I want to see occur in my life, and they are now budding. So I want to make sure that I am feeding those plants, and my plants are my dreams, my goals. That's what I refer it to. All right. So nurture your plant. Now, if you're going to write your quote, then you can go around it and outline it. So I know that I like to see my stuff pop off the page. So let's just go around and outline it. So as I'm outlining this, how was everybody's Monday? Did you have a good start? Did you have a little shaky start? If you had a shaky start, in your journal moments tonight, I would suggest that you write what made that day shaky. Did you contribute to it? And what did you do to kind of offset the shakiness of that day? Thank you. And the washi right here, y'all, it's so old. Like, I'm pulling stuff years. Okay, so you was a little grumpy. Thanks for your honesty. Oh, I got my nap in. Y'all know I schedule naps. Yes, that daylight saving, losing that little hour, and your body's still trying to catch up. Awesome. Yes, today was National Nap Day, and I got my nap in. Yeah, I really be excited about naps, like, for real. I think I'm catching up on all the naps that I tried to avoid as a child when I was a toddler. Oh, the kids missed the bus. Uh-oh. Yeah, so like, you know how we're supposed to set our time, but most of our cell phones will set the time for you. My body woke me up that particular morning at like, well, first of all, I don't know, some neighbors was just yelling, somebody telling somebody to get in the house. I'm like, Lord, get in the house, honey. But I woke up at like 4 something in the morning. Mind you, I had been at a track meet for 10 hours previously. So clearly I thought I was about to get the best rest ever, but not so much. Hey, crafty minds. Yeah, something about that springing forward that made me spring backwards. I'm like, my body ain't going forward with it. Yeah, it just was really weird. I was like, why am I up this early? So I literally journaled for a little bit, and then I went back to sleep, and then I had to wake up. My son went to church with his godmom, so I had to make sure he got up, because you know how kids will try to play like they don't hear anybody alarm because you thought you weren't going to church. Oh, you was going to church, homie. So I got him up, he got ready, and then I went back to sleep. Ended up sleeping till 1 o'clock. I was supposed to go to a planner meetup, but I slept straight through it. All right, so again, this is to myself. Dear A. Renee, nurture your plant. And we are going to draw some leaves on that plant so it looks like a real plant. And then you know how when the time changes, you have to get used to it being dark in the morning again. I'm like, wait a minute, where is the sunlight? All right, so again, if this is your first time joining and you're just coming on, every Monday we do Monday Motivation. And the purpose of Monday Motivation is to create a journal entry that A, is going to get you started in writing in your journal. At least you have one journal entry per week. And then B, if you have a tendency to approach Monday with mundane, my goal is to get you out of that. So at least when Tuesday comes, you have a little bit more, your attitude is changing just a little bit. Because trust me, your coworker's tired of you coming in complaining, and yourself is tired of complaining. It just ain't told you yet. You just ain't listening to it. Your mind is like, if this girl complain one more time. Yeah, no, and then you know when you forget to change the time in the car, I was like, wait a minute, oops. So I did end up changing all of that. So all I'm doing, y'all, again, is just going in to make this appear like an actual plant or some leaves. And then you can actually decide if you're going to color it in. But again, this might not be your quote of the week. This is just mine. Yeah, the phone set, but the car clock did not set. So I got in the car this morning looking like, wait a minute, are we early? Are we late? Even though my phone was where it was supposed to be. All right. Oh, okay. So the GPS automatically updated. Okay, so let's just say, for example, you say, okay, Adrian, I want this to be my quote of the week too. You can do a couple of things with this in addition to writing that. If you want to be specific, because we know we want to be intentional, like what are you nurturing? Are you nurturing your business? Are you nurturing family? What else are you contributing to? So of course I could go in here and put Journal Jot and Jive. I could put family. So whatever I want to add on there, that can equally be added. Again, that's totally up to you. Whatever quote that you pick, make sure that it's actually going to give you some motivation and you're not just picking it because it sounds good. We want to, again, be intentional about everything that we do, even with our journal moments. All right. Now, what I would probably do with this side over here that we created, I'm going to find a way to add some green in there because it has to tie in just for me. So I will bring a little bit of green in there somehow. And I believe I have a pen where I can do that. Some of my pens act like they want to dry out. And so I want to do some goals over here. And remember what I mentioned, like you want to set at least one goal. If you know that you're not going to be able to accomplish more than one goal, don't write 4 to 5 goals on your page and then you get to the end of the week and you're feeling a little frustrated because you feel like, oh, I could have did so much more, but you actually could have focused on that one goal and had a productive week. Productivity does not mean you did 400 different things. All right, so for me, this pen is being real janky. So for me, I'll go in and do a couple of goals. No more than probably 2 this week. So I'm gonna just go behind this because that pen is not lighting up for me. Oh, they had them on sale? You know what? They should have the souffle on sale because I think a lot of people don't like them. Because like I told y'all before, in the other week when you use them, if you don't know any better, you think they don't work. So they're probably not getting the sales that they could get. All right, so because we're tying in the whole plant thing, let's go ahead and draw us some little leaves over here. Yeah, y'all, and if y'all are wondering what the souffle pens are, let me see, I have, hold on. Okay, so for example, this is the souffle pen, and they're by Sakura. It's by the same brand as this. But when you go and you write, I'm going to do a double line. Most of y'all will not see this for a second. And I'll come back and show you what that is in a minute. So it goes on clear, and then it's going to dry. Hey, Amber. And so it takes a minute to dry. So when I first got that pen, y'all, I was like, I am taking this pack because those pens were 21 bucks, 21 or 22 bucks when I first got them. And I was like, oh my God, it doesn't work. And you know, reading is fundamental. Oh, you got all the sets? Yay. You got your time bow. They have a few colors. Well, they got a lot of colors that I don't have as far as the time bow. I have almost all of the Sakura pens. Jelly rolls. And as she said, it's taking forever to dry. And so again, you're going to do your goal for the week or however many you want. And make sure when you're doing your goals that you're actually setting a task to go with your goals, right? If you set a goal and you don't have any actionable steps, then like, how are you going to accomplish the goal? So you may say, I want to be on time for work. So what caused you not to be on time the week before? Did you keep hitting snooze? Because I am the queen of hitting snooze. Like, not only will I hit snooze, I will also set alarms. Like, get up at 5. Then I'll set the alarm for 5:30. Well, I didn't already dismiss 5 because in my mind, I really didn't have any intentions of getting up. So you want to make sure when you're setting those goals, you have some steps in mind so that you can accomplish it. Okay, so it was at Michael's. All right. So one of my goals is to sell out for my journal event. So jeans, journals, and Java. Sell out for jeans, journal, Java event. And so then we know in order for that to happen, I have to do a couple of things. I have to advertise daily. Show past event photos. And then I like to put things in the atmosphere, claim it. It will be. All right. So that's one goal. My second goal is to drink more water. Step 1, start early. Step 2, just do it. It ain't no in between with drinking water. Either you are or you're not, okay? So I pretty much have, this is what I want to nurture. I want to nurture your plant. I want to grow. So my goals for this week, I'm going to sell out my event, and then I'm going to drink more water so I can have clear skin, okay? That's what we're going to do with that. And I'm going to keep that pretty simple. I don't have to go in and add no extra stuff. Anything extra that I need to do would be inside of a journal entry if I choose to. And then that's that. We already have the quote. And then I'm just going to go behind and highlight it just so it can stick out. And that is my quote for the week. So what quotes do you all have since y'all are being real quiet this week? That ain't how y'all roll usually. Which means y'all done had an interesting Monday. Because usually y'all done gave me at least 3 quotes. All right. I'm doing some fake highlighting today. I ain't even putting no real effort in this. And because we know I like yellow, yellow has to, y'all see that souffle marker pen ain't do nothing for real. Just country. Yes, relax, relate, release. That's a good one. Thank you, Lady Cam. Tell them to help you. Give you some quotes. I'm going to look through some stuff too and see if I can toss y'all out some additional quotes. I bought an oldie but goodie book. Remember that quote book that I got from Staples with the horrible paper? I need to pull that out for y'all. All right, so that is my quote for this week. Nurture your plant. And then I'm going to write Journal Jot and Jive in between here because I want to keep feeding. Journal Jot and Jive. Not my monkeys, not my circus, girl. That was a good one too. That was a good one. Now I'm gonna look and see if I have a water bottle I can put on here. So this was the oldie but goodie, y'all. She's Unstoppable. So that was this book that I got from Staples. And it has really cute quotes, but the paper is complete trash. Like, you can see all the way through it, so it's very hard to write on it. This one says she can do whatever she puts her mind to. Just write your little heart out. Y'all know I'm here for that. Yeah, it does. That's a good perspective, Amber. Let's see. Writing from the heart. Let that brilliance flow. Show the world what you're made of. Now, y'all, stuff like this, I'm real funny about stuff like this, like stuff that says show them or make them see you. I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel like don't do stuff to prove it'd be like prove them wrong. I'm real funny about quotes like that, because after a while, so let's just say, for example, you prove them wrong. Then after you prove them wrong, are you going to have the same motivation and energy in whatever goal that you're pursuing? So I'm real funny about stuff like that. Amber, I'm not going to cut them out. What I'm going to do is layer the pages. Like I did this one with little stuff. I'm going to layer the pages and do a junk journal with it. Yeah, I thought about tearing it out, but again, I like junk journaling, so I'm going to use it to junk journal. And add like pictures and stuff in here because I have enough cardstock to go around. See, and this one is good. Her greatest power is believing in herself. Because the thing is, if you don't believe in yourself, trying to get other people to believe in you is just kind of pointless. Thank you. I know layering is so. This one was a good one. When in doubt, remember your why. Because a lot of times when things don't appear to go our way, we start finding everything wrong and doubting. And it's not necessarily that it's not going your way. It's just not your time. Yep. So again, it has a lot of cute quotes in here. She's unstoppable. Again, another one, believe in yourself and ideas will come. So continue to believe in yourself. Yes, I put this girl in, her right here. She is from, oh man, why is Joy not on here? Because I cannot remember the shop name. Oh, I can't remember the shop's name. If I can remember, I'll let you know, Amber. I'll inbox you. Oh man, and I have quite a bit of her stuff, but it just, yeah, I forgot that quick. But yeah, so again, like I said, the paper's horrible, but the quotes are good. So I don't want to dissect this. I don't want to take the book apart, but I can show y'all what I would do with the book. So let's find one in here that we can use, and then you could actually take this and whatever quote we use, you can put it in your journal. She's busy doing what she loves. This is cute. Excuses aren't her thing. Get it, girl. That's a real cute one, even though I've been making a whole bunch of excuses, so I ain't there yet. This book was at Staples. You know how when you walk inside of Staples, they have that desk at the front that just says, buy me, and it has like everything in front of it. This was last year toward the end of the year. It's at the front, but they tend to have a lot of these similar to these. They just put them in the front. Be authentic, have courage, and persevere. So again, it has a lot of nice quotes. You could probably find what applies to you at the time. Okay, so this one is cute. Hey, Anika. Hey, Lori. All right, so this one says, hopes and dreams, how I'm living my dreams. Okay, so I like this one. We're going to roll with this. And so I'm living my dreams, doing what I like, what I'm doing right now, talking to y'all, journaling, all that great stuff. What I would do with this, because again, like I said, this book is very creative. All of these sticker books that we have, you can utilize those. So, you know, I like to say all sticker books that you own, that you may not necessarily like a whole lot, but you're not ready to give up just yet. These are places where you can stick stickers in. So this is an Erin Condren sticker book. I got this, Joy, one of my friends gave me like a whole bunch of stuff. And so I would probably use this. So we have this little mauve looking color. Let's pair that mauve color with, I don't know, maybe like this little blue thing. So this sticker right here says, if you can dream it, you can do it. That's almost saying the same thing. So we have the hopes and dreams, and at some point you have to move past that. Otherwise, you're going to keep dreaming. Years are going to pass, and you wouldn't have put anything into motion. So I'm always about putting your plans into motion. I believe that's the point of a planner. The journal is to write those plans out. We're going to use this highlighter. It is going to seep through the other page, but I'm okay with it. Hey, Shari. All right. And then I'm going to add something off of here. And then we'll start pulling all these colors in, and I'll start getting a little bit of cardstock. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of mauve, purple, and blue. And so what I normally do when I have stuff like this is I would take this, decide what it means to me, and then I would either write a couple of words around it or write a journal entry with it. Again, it's up to you and how you interpret what you're reading. I'm always talking a little bit of something that's either like a greenish yellow or a yellow. And again, I'm just using extra stickers that I have left over. And so this says how I'm living my dreams. I'm living my dreams by celebrating each win. I used to be the type that I wouldn't celebrate my wins outwardly. I don't believe I started doing that the most until I lost most of my weight, which I gained all back, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But that was one of the moments where I celebrated the most. And then after the decline where I gained my weight again, I kind of retreated and got into a point where I really didn't celebrate the wins. Like I would post, but I wouldn't celebrate them like I should. And I think often we feel like the only time we can be really loud is when things aren't going good. I think we're at a point in life where you have to be able to celebrate when things are going good so that you don't seem like a fuddy-dud and you can enjoy the happy moments. Yes, D, celebrate those wins. Often we're taught not to celebrate it because it seems like we're being boastful. Now, there are boundaries from being just super, super boastful, but many of us are not even to that point. And you can't concern yourself with how everybody feels about your life. Like, yeah, it's time for me to get my whole entire life together. hopefully we are back, which we already knew. Typically, that happens. So I will finish this up. Hopefully it won't buffer too much, but it does look super, super cloudy on my end. So y'all know what we can do is roll over to Instagram if we have to. Okay, so as long as it's clear on your end, then that's cool. But yeah, so how I'm living my dreams currently, A, through Journal Jot and Jive, and B, finally just accepting where I am at the time that I'm in that place and working on removing myself from certain situations and being honest with myself, which before I wasn't always like that. I would just shut down. It wasn't that I didn't see what was going on. I just would be like, you know what? I ain't going to deal with it today. And, you know, prolonging and putting stuff off, it catches up. All right, so I just put a little washi right there. And then it says how I'm living my dreams. Hey, Beverly. And then I would just go in and add a little decor if necessary, decoration. And in all honesty, y'all, I live my dreams by speaking it into existence, praying about it, and putting the plan in action. All right. So I am living my dreams by openly speaking about my love for journal moments. And so this is like pretty simple. It's not going to be a long journal entry because I don't use this journal as a long journal entry. It's just to write a little bit of a word. I can go in and find other stickers if I choose to. And then that would be it. But like I said, as far as this book, I like it a lot because it has just cute little sayings in it to keep you motivated. So that will be that. I do have a Journal Jot and Jive sticker somewhere, but I can't find it. So what I'm going to do is just write Journal Jot and Jive on here. And then if you choose to, you can date it. If not, you don't have to. It's just up to you. But like I said, if it's a happy moment for the most part, I'm going to date things. I'm not going to not put a date on there. And today is March 3rd. March 11th. I said that loud and wrong. Trying to take us back a whole week. And that's that entry. So we don't have to do much outside of that. And so this is how I would build that book where I won't feel like I'm wasting it. And so you can't really see it's going right here. But again, this would be covered up. So this is called She's Unstoppable Inspirational Journal by Dana. It's a Dana Lee collection. And as I was telling them earlier, Beverly, like the paper is garbage, but the quotes are really, really nice within the book. So yeah, that is why. All right, so that was that book, y'all. I started setting up my weekly recap for last week because I didn't do it. I don't know if y'all did that. I didn't do a video last week, so hopefully y'all don't forget to do your weekly recap. This will be my weekly recap from last week, and I'll go ahead and finish that this evening. But I did set it up earlier today. And one of the things that I was excited about was getting approved for monetization. So I'm going to put a little sticker there. I'm a little tiny book. So that was fun. I actually have the, I took a screenshot of the message, and I'm going to create an entire page of that. I just haven't printed it out yet. And so again, if you are new to this page and you're not familiar with the weekly recap, what I do with the weekly recap is I write what did not work for the week, what needs adjusting, and what worked for the week. So I'll write that out so you can see it. And the goal of a weekly recap is to do a couple of things. Is to get you in the rhythm of writing in a journal. It also will allow you to reflect each month on your growth. And then if you don't see growth, you'll be able to adjust and say, okay, here's some areas I really need to get a hold on. And by the end of this quarter, if you started earlier, you should be able to see how much you have actually completed between January and March. And then going into April, you'll be able to assess and say, okay, here are some areas I need to really adjust. I need to completely cut this out. And then I'm going to go back to my vision board and pull the things that I want to do for second quarter. So that is how I use the weekly recap. All right. So again, for the red section, you're going to write what did not work. In the yellow section, you're going to write what needs adjusting. And then in the green section, you're going to write what worked. And the best way I can describe this would be your traffic light, right? You know, red, you're going to stop. Yellow, technically, in the real world, you're supposed to slow down. I know a lot of us speed through that yellow light, and that ends up causing us to get to this red section. And then your green is going to be go, keep it moving. Traffic is flowing. You don't have to stop. It works. That's how you do that. With this, I like to break down all parts of my life. So not just work, because we know we like to just lean toward work and we allow work to be most of our lives, but you want to apply this to every area in your life so that you can see where you need to correct. So for example, I was talking to y'all about working out and my health. I have not been doing what I'm supposed to do. What needs adjusting? My excuses. Period. They need adjusting in that category. With work, what needs adjusting? I need to put more of my focus into Journal Jot and Jive and not allow my investment job to take over my thought process as far as Journal Jot and Jive goes, because that tends to be a little easy. So this is the way that I break some stuff down. Some weeks I will write one word between each section. It's not always long. It just depends on where I am. And that's how I develop those pages. So that is what we do weekly. And then over here, this was last week. Oh, I need to go in. Sunday, I wasn't like in a bad mood, but I just wasn't really productive Sunday. And so then I started tracking my moods for the past couple of weeks. And this was the Monday motivation. So I put that on that section. And let's see. So this is the start of March, and this shows you how many pages we have developed so far in March. So if you are journaling consistently, your journal will fill up pretty fast. So this is where my journal is, and this journal started in January. And then this is what is left of this journal, which will more than likely be completed out by the end of this month. So that's what's going on with that. So for all of y'all that have been journaling, how is your journal developing? Do you see your pages filling up? Are your pages getting a little ruffled? I know some of you are new to the journal experience. I'm just curious to know how that is going for you all. And so again, yeah, that's what'll go on that page. And as I tell y'all all the time, stickers are not required. I just use them because I like them. And because I bought so many of them and they got to go. All right. Awesome. Okay. So at least you're breaking them. Even if it's taking a moment, you're still working toward it. So those are steps. That's awesome. And so for you, I would say just start working on journaling about the good moments. And then we can backtrack and focus on how you can get to those other moments. Awesome. And yeah, why not, like, the decorating journal aspect may not be for everybody, but the fact that you're still writing is awesome. Good. That's good to hear. Yeah, I just kind of need a measurement, y'all, to know, like, are y'all getting it? Do you need any extra help? If you do, please don't hesitate to ask questions. I do answer the questions. I don't want you sitting out there and it's like, I really want to know how I can do something a little different, and I could actually assist you in that. So if you have questions about it, please do not hesitate to ask. I know some of y'all might not see the week on here, but I actually wrote it in there some kind of little funky way. It has the week dates from last week. Oh, and Ellie, you got some good stuff to write about. You got the move. Now, let me give y'all the idea of what you can do. So let's just say, so for example, Ellie just told us she did not write for a while. You can do a journal brain dump. You just probably have writer's block or journal, like a block with journaling. It happens. So for everybody that's like, I'm having a little issue with writing, done a journal entry in a while, let's talk about journal brain dumps and how brain dumps can apply in different areas. So we're going to do a journal brain dump. And this is going to be a journal brain dump for the month of March. So anything that you want to write about. Okay. So let's say journal. I'm just going to call it a journal dump. All right. And then we're going to do this for March. All right. So anybody that knows what a brain dump is, you know, it's just whatever comes to your mind. You're just going to expel it out on the paper. Okay. What's going to be different with this is going to be more of what do I need to write about, but I am just fighting writing about it right now. But I know I need to write about it, but I'm fighting it. This is what you would do. It does not have to be neat. You can write it however you want to, but because I'm extra, I'm going to just be a little extra. We just going to put some stickers down because I'm going to use these stickers up. And all I would do on this is, so for example, I need to write about my investment job. So I need to write about investment job. I need to write about YouTube monetization. Even though I wrote something in my gratitude journal that wasn't an actual journal entry like I would normally do. I need to write about some of my fears and doubts because I do have them. Please don't think I get on here and I act like I got it all together because I don't. So fears and doubt with the journal event. And even though I wrote the thing, I'm speaking it into existence, I do get nerves when I hold events. It has nothing to do with y'all. Every event I have, I always get really nervous around the time. So fears and doubts with journal event. And so all of this that I'm writing are things that I need to write about. Working out. And then I'm going to do some subsections of the working out. Now, I wrote the word addiction. And again, we'll eventually get into the whole how I got addicted to working out. I got so addicted to working out to the point when I was doing hair, I lost hair clients because that's how addicted I was to working out. I would go work out 2 to 3 times per day, 2 hours at a time. It's a list of what you need to journal about or what you want to journal about. So I may want to journal about some goals. So I want to journal about my second quarter goals. So these are just a couple of things. So naturally, I'm not going to tell you everything I need to journal about because, you know, we all nosy and we got that good old zoom in, pause, stop button. Ooh, what's she talking about? She want to write about that? Yeah, y'all ain't going to get it all. But this is a start of some of the things that I need to write about in the month of March. Once I write it, I cross it out. You may get to it, you may not. It's just up to you. But what happens is when you know it's something that I want to write about, then I'm going to write about it. Later, I'm going to just go ahead and put it in here. Oh, Ellie, yeah, these videos stay up. They stay up over here. Yeah, so when I write my goals, you can write your goals down and list them. That is a journal entry. But when I'm writing my goals in my journal, I'm going to be a little specific. Like, let's just say oh, I got a goal of making a certain amount of money. I'm going to write that goal. I am going to break it down. I'm going to write it how I want to see it. Who do I need to talk to? What could I do differently? What has me nervous? I'm going to write, like, I'm going to ask myself a series of questions within that goal. And yeah, I write it. That's actually what I'll be teaching about at my journal event on the 24th, how to use your journal to expand on your goals. Because a lot of times we'll write a list of goals out or we'll do a vision board, but you get stuck. You don't know what to do with that. Oh, yay, Beverly. Congrats. That's a journal entry. Literally, I joined the gym tonight. Keep me in your prayers. Like, I would put that and then I would write, like, how am I feeling about it? So that is the one thing that I do regret that I did not do when I went on my weight loss journey. I didn't journal about it. So this journey, I'm journaling about it. And, like, I'm literally laughing at myself this go round because I'm like, girl, pull it all the way together. So like I said, working out addiction / fears, new goals, because I have different goals than I had before. Yay, you're journaling with me. Awesome. But again, so you're just, what do I need to write about? And if you need to write in black and white so you know what this means, you can literally write things to journal about. Now, don't make this list 4 pages long and you don't write nothing off of the list. Even if you took one of these or 2 of these for the month of March, make sure you check something off of this list. And the entry does not have to be long. Remember, you can make it a creative entry. If you want to write a bubble of things and you write a couple of little things here and there, that's going to fill that journal entry up. But again, the goal is to get this stuff out of your head, because what ends up happening is you keep replaying things over and over and over in your head when actually you could get it out on paper and keep it moving. Like, you may have to revisit it again, but it's not going to just stay in your head. And a lot of times we talk ourselves out of things because it's just rotating in our head. By the time you write it out, for example, finances, let me go and write that. That's something I need to write about. My finances, how I'm seeing a shift in them. So the shift even goals with that. And so again, my goals may be very small with my financial journey. I'm not gonna write a long entry like I got it together. Like I'm gonna say this worked, this did not work. It's almost kind of like we do our weekly thing, but I'm a little more detailed in reference to those things. Right. So Ellie, that keeps playing in your mind, right? You have that in your mind and you're blocking other things that could get you past that. Now, I'm not saying that you're just, once you write it, you're not going to think about it again. But usually when you get that out on paper, you kind of free your mind up and you kind of have like a weight lifted up a little bit. And that's going to be the not so good moment. So usually when I talk to y'all about journaling, we have 3 components. You're going to write about the great, the good, and the not so good. That's how your journal ends up reading like a book and not a broken record. So, another tip. If you journal a not so good moment, at some point within that week, find a way to journal about a good moment. Even if you say, okay, well, ain't nothing good happened in the week, because I can hear some of y'all probably rolling your eyes. That's fine. Been there, done that. Even if you feel like nothing good has happened within that week, go find a positive quote. And even if you don't believe it, write it down. I don't care if you have to write that quote till you fill the pages up to the end. Write something motivational or positive so that you can balance that out. Now, I'm not saying life is always going to be just so peachy. However, if every entry that you write in one week is negative, you're going to take that over into the next week, and then it's going to go over into the next week. And then by the time you know it, a whole month has gone by and you are bitter Becky and everybody don't want to be bothered with you and you don't understand, but you haven't made a conscious effort to try to find at least one good moment within your week. And again, I'm telling y'all a lot of this from experience. I have had months where I'm like, ugh, and I get reminded through Facebook how bitter I was at certain stages in my life. So it's like, if I can help somebody not go down that journey, I'd rather help you. Right. So Ellie, when you had mentioned your job, I'm like, oh my God, great. You know, we've had conversations in the past, and I was like, oh, she's doing the thing. But again, it's so easy to write about the, what happens is, and I'm just going to speak on me. Is it that hurt because I quote unquote knew how to get over it? And I think at some point times we do like how it feels. Not necessarily, but you get so used to it that it's normal. So it's like, well, I know how this feels, so I can stay stuck in this because I don't know what it feels to be happy. What if I actually do like it? It's almost a fear of feeling good about something. But it takes time, you know. Oh yeah, Facebook will let you know. Facebook be like, girl, you was a hot ham. Like, Facebook got me being a hot ham for almost a decade. So I keep telling y'all, I get y'all journal prompts. I'm like, let me just scroll back and see what foolery I had going on in 2015 or 2012 so I can write a journal prompt for the people. Yeah, right. So you're not going to miss anything. You're going to have a way to remember the great things that happened in your life. Oh, pine girl, I start deleting it. Every time it come up, I look at it and I just shake my head and I be like, girl, you was a hot ham. I never forget my best friend was like, yeah, one of my friends called and was like, is Adrian all right? And when I tell y'all I was a number, I'm like, why they worried about what I got going on? I post what I post. It's my page. If you don't like it, delete me. But here's the thing, you care. Like, you care what people think. I don't care how hard you say, and you say, it's my life. I tell you now, in this day and age, write it in your journal, read it for the next 2 days, and then post it. If you don't like what you're reading between day 1 and day 3, then don't post it. You can remind yourself all day in your journal if you need to. But again, that came with years, y'all. Oh man, I can laugh now, but I wasn't laughing then. Oh, seriously, my regular Facebook page, every now and then I'll post something comical here and there, but I don't really post a lot. Like, I post more journal and planner related stuff than I do on my regular page. I got to a point where If we're friends in real life, you have my number. I think we've gotten so social media driven that we look at each other's lives through the lens. And I'm like, nah, if you want to know what's going on in my life, call me. If you basing everything off of what I post, then girl, dude, it is what it is. Believe what you see. And most of the people I need to talk to, I talk to on the regular, or we check in when we need to. I just got to a point that I'm like, I'm allowing social media to be my life. Now, with the way I use social media now is more business driven and to motivate and inspire people. Before, it was just full of everything going wrong in my life. And because I didn't want to deal with it off screen, I took it to the screen, and it came back to bite me several times. So I'm not willing to do that anymore. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt to wear it. Trust me, I can write a whole book on how damaging social media can be. It's good in some respects, and it's dangerous in others. But yeah, so this is the brain dump page. That is something you can do on there. We got our page for the week, and then we have our recap. So that's pretty much what we did on here. I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. We're at 9:06, and me and my kid have to do the 7-minute workout. I ain't playing with y'all this week because I need to get down more than these little 5 ounces. I lost 5 ounces this week. If y'all didn't see the video, catch the video. I talk about my little 5 ounces I lost. So we are going to do the 7-minute workout. I was already trying to say I can't do a side plank, and he's like, yes, you can. And I'm like, wait a minute, kid, what if I fall? But, you know, whatever. But y'all make sure y'all have an amazing week. If you have not done your page right now, find time to do it while you scroll any other YouTube page, any other social media site. Make time for yourself. Get those thoughts that are head so that you can be a little clearer and you can stop taking it out on the people around you. Deal with your issues, or they will deal with you. So until next time, good night, guys.